best lineman I had this past year, not that big. He was 5'7", maybe 205 nose guard. And I remember, and I trained a lot of guys that I played against, and they're like, man, why is he so good? He's so technical. You have to be technically sound. Everything that you do, you're striking. Like, it was like, it sucks because if he was 5'10", he'd be a power 5 guy. That's how good he was. But he was 5'7". You look at him, you laugh. But what made him so good was he was so technical in everything. He did the little stuff right. You don't have, some of my best guys I ever coached in high school were small guys that did things right. I had a kid that was Danny Garcia. He was 5'9", 190. And I was coaching at Servite back in California, and we had the toughest schedule in the nation. We played in the toughest league in the nation. Every tackle that he went against went D1 and started. And he had 12 sacks that year. We played Gorman, we played De La Salle, Bishop, Mater Dei. Like, the thing is, he perfected running this school right here at full speed. So if you get kids to do the little things right, you can be dominant, especially at the high school level. College is different. Middle school level, you can be dominant if you know what to do and how to do it. And you have to be technical. I'm big as shit. When I was in high school, I played at Tustin High School. We had 36 guys on my team, 6 went pro on that team. We played a team called Irvine. Our offensive line averaged 300 pounds. Their D-line was 190. They kicked our asses that day. The reason why, number one, they wanted it more, and they were fucking sound with their hands. Everything you do, you have to be good with your hands. If you have shitty hands, you got to be lineman. Okay, so also make sure you always teaching good hands. We're gonna work on that, our run stuff. But it's get off, it's hands, it's mentality. Size don't matter at this age. I'm telling you, I'll never forget, man. I was a sophomore, I was 6'5", I was 230. The dude in front of me, I was playing tight end, the dude in front of me was literally 5'11", 190. He just wanted it more. It was his fucking senior year. He kicked my ass the entire fucking game. Because he was low and his helmet was right here the entire game. You know what I mean? I can't do shit. Especially when his mind was there and mine wasn't. I was just a better athlete than he was. That was my mentality. But this might be his last game ever. So it's all with your mind, okay? And another thing, man, like, I'm a nice dude. On the football field, I'm fuck you. But that's the mentality you gotta have as a D lineman, offensive lineman. I always, every year I'll have a kid that's kind of soft or doesn't know how to bring it out yet, or that big kid that never been tested yet. Get in their heads. I'll tell you, hey man, it's Mother's Day. That dude right there just push your mom down. What the fuck you gonna do about it? And you will see it. It will click. So you guys gotta be like psychologists too. Like, get these kids mentally ready. You know what I mean? Learn, they need to know when they're on the field, they can turn it on. And it's fair. Off the field, be cool. But it's up to us coaches to bring that shit out of them. You guys got it? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so again, man, just be technically sound. Get offs and hands. Get off and hands. That's everything. D-line and offensive line. Any other questions, anything?
Reading the run.
Reading the run. So we're gonna do running. Okay, next session, yeah. So again, so this is drills right here. Where's the problem with that?
Coach, you got 2 minutes until we see the
Okay. I can talk this shit for hours.
By the way, guys, we brought this pop-up bag instead of the $900 one. And I figured you guys would like something. I found this online, this quick strike bag for your age probably would work. But the other ones we have are $900 a piece, right? That's the big, thick ones. This works for your age, just so that's why we brought that one instead of the big one, okay?
So
It's not as good, but it's damn good for $139.
It works. How much was it?
$139.
It works too.
Where?
Amazon, go to Quick Strike. Yeah,
Quick Strike,
Quick Strike. I would go to their website, you get it for $10, $15 less than Quick Strike.
So going over same foot, same hand, okay? This is a drill that I love doing right here, working on flipping our hips, okay? So I'm gonna flip my hips right here. And when I land, you always want to make sure the belly button is on the hip, okay?
So if anybody wants to go to linebacker or DB,
here's a drill. Do you guys understand why I have this bag here? Because a lot of players won't, okay? I got this bag here so I can over-exaggerate because of my hips. Because I don't want to drag my feet, okay? It also is going to force me to develop more strength because I got to get my body up, okay? So this drill right here, boom. And you want to make sure they land, the belly button is on their hip. So the same thing in pass rush. I'm rushing them, I flip my hips, and I'm going. You guys got it? Another thing is, on this stuff right here, come for a second, please. When you're the coach, stand this close to him right there. That way he doesn't drift when he does this. He should be here in the tight. You guys got it? The worst thing you can do is do this drill here and you drift. And all you have to do is turn and ride you out, okay? So that's not a good drill. And the thing is, man, you don't have to give them too much. Make sure they know how to use their hands, have a good get off, understand same foot, same hand, and key in the shoulder. Okay? Really harp on key in the shoulder and making sure they're not taking bad steps. But again, the worst thing that can happen is kids get in their stands, they're looking down, and the first two steps, they don't know what to do. It happens a lot. Once that foot comes here, you should know what to do already. Okay, and that all starts by what? Keying that shoulder. So please, harp on keying the shoulder. Make sure they hear it 1,000 times. You can literally stand behind them and watch. Make sure they're not peeking. Make sure their neck is turned and looking at the shoulder. I'm telling you, harp on it because, like I said, at high school level, kids still mess up. The ones that do it right, they're dominant. All right? How you guys doing? Yes, sir. Stop over. Doesn't get anything. The thing is, I got a second and a half as a quarterback. When I bull rush, I can take 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's times when I will do it, piss them off, to set something up. But that's not something I want to rely on. You guys are strong as shit in college. In high school, I can get away. I was 250, same height, one against guys that are a lot smaller. You know what I mean? You can get away with that shit, but yeah, it's gonna stop at one point. You guys are gonna get good and be good trained like Ron. They're gonna teach them to sit down on your ass and hold you. Okay? But I will do it to piss them off, and I will do it to set my next move. So I will do it to set my ghost move. So I bull, he's mad now. You hit him with bull again, hit him with that ghost. So like I said, it's a setup to a counter. You know, it's a counter to your setup and everything, but it's not something you're gonna rely on. Any questions on pass rush at all?
About, what about the snatch pull, what is it called?
Yeah, snatch and pull. It's that will work.
In your ghost. You tried it in your ghost?
Yeah. That will work in a Pop Warner level because the jersey is still baggy. You don't see it as much anymore because the jersey is skin tight now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is a good move.
The refs will give you a flag for defensive holding, bro. That's what was happening to me last year.
Really?
It was flagless for that.
Yeah.
Grabbing the whole team.
But I think if you're doing the pass rush, it might be different from a run here. I'm not sure. But I would teach that move. You got a kid that is great with his hands, he has long arms. You know what I mean? So the thing is, you remember a second? They say the sweet spot to that move is right here. Okay, now jerseys are getting tight, especially in high school, you can't even touch, you can't even grab, they're so tight. But at this level, I'm pretty sure they're still loose, so I'll put the hands here and grab and pull down. There's always a sweet spot.
It's like a swim move almost?
Yeah, okay. Also, a swim move and rip. You gotta know when to swim, when to rip. Okay? If you're here, the man's low, you don't want to rip because you're picking back up. If you got him low, keep him low. If he's high, keep him high. You guys got that? Any questions on pass rush at all? You got it. First session with pass rush and everything, so now we'll go over a defender run. Okay?
You guys have any questions on pass rush? Take it up down before you get to run.
Yeah. Again, guys, I'm not coaching high school ball this year. I'm taking a year off and everything. If y'all want me to come out to a practice or something, hit me up. I got time. All right. Yeah, but next year I'm getting back to coaching high school again and everything. But this year I'm gonna go around Check you guys, yes sir.
So we were going over tackles, right? How
Uh-huh.
to set them up. But what about for the guards? The center, would you still key that shoulder?
Yeah, same thing. These things just happen faster on that side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For example, great question though. Now, if I'm a defensive end, I'm pass rush, my first 3 steps, I'm on the field. Then we're gonna move. If you're a 3 technique, it's like 2 steps.
Yeah.
Because they're right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's my 2 steps, then I'm working on move, okay? If you're playing in nose, it can be 1, because he's here right away. So it could be your first step, okay? Any other questions on pass rush? Yes, sir.
What do you think about high hat, low hat? Like going off the helmet, the guys down here, one blocking off, is that being pass blocking, you kind of using kind of stuff like that?
So this hi-hat is run, this low is the hi-hat is pass, this low is run. So again, that's keying the shoulder. Okay, so he's down in your stance and everything, it pops up, I'm not looking to go directly at him, I'm looking at get up the field so he can turn. Okay? If it's run, all you gotta do is shoot your hands and go over that next. Okay? Any questions on pass? Alright, so now it's 1st and 10. What am I thinking?
Run.
Run. All right. One thing I see kids doing is having the same get off. That's gonna mess you up. The reason why, when they're coming at you, you don't have time to take that big step. By the time you get your foot in the ground, they're in your ass already. Okay? So the thing I call a power step. How I work this drill is I'm gonna put my foot right on the line, right here, in my stance. My first step is going to be right in that box. You guys see that? I'll do it again over here. Making my first step, this leg. Right there. The reason why, by the time I get my first step down, I'm making contact already. Okay, he's going to kick my ass. If I take a big step like this, then now I'm off balance. By the time I get here, I'm making contact already. So you want to make sure you take your 6-inch power step. When you're doing your get-offs, best thing to do is call out 2nd and 2, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 2. And what they do, they put their foot right here. Boom. Getting off. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10. They back up, put the hand in the box. Getting off. Okay? So always give them a down and distance when they're doing, you guys are doing get-offs. Okay? And make sure if it's a run situation, 6-inch power step. Okay? Explain why. Okay, it's because you want to get your foot down first and have balance and power. Okay, just don't say it, explain why. Okay, another thing is, I remember Coach Orjon used to teach us feet first, right here. Boom. Okay, then about 6 years ago, I talked to him every couple of years. He was like, hey Chris, fuck dope. That's how he talks. I don't know if y'all know him or not. But he told me they want you to come out your hips first, then feet. So now I'm here now, like that, okay? It makes sense because you're more explosive when you come out your hips first, okay? When we work out, when we do squats, it's here. Power cleans, it's here. You guys got it? Deadlift, it's here. So maximize that strength by coming out your hips first, then feet, okay? Here are some drills for that. Somebody hold it back, please. Somebody. So the first drills I start off with is fast hands, right here. 6-point stance, and all we're doing is this right here. And that's gonna stop this right here. You guys got that? There's too many guys that get off the ball and wanna cock their hands back. Right? You're done. So, without that muscle memory where they're used to hands on the ground, straight up, okay? After that, now we're bringing our hips, okay? And if you see their hips like this, they ain't bringing their power. Put the belly button on the back, understand? So my thing is, I'm here, right there, and focusing on this movement right here, okay? You should see their butts going like this. If they're still sticking out, tell them to put their belly button on the back, okay? After that, we're in a 2-point, it's like this, and the same thing. Just like that. Okay? Then I get down to my 3-point and do it. So another thing you can do is you can bring the bag over here, put it all together in my stance now. Still need you.
Oh.
Kick that other guy out the way.
Yeah. Snug back a little bit. So now, putting everything together, got my power step. I'm here now. You want your feet to be fast. And when I make contact, I got balance, I got power. I don't want to make contact like this. You guys got it? Another thing you gotta focus on, fellas, when you're doing these drills, is making sure you're locking out. Lock those elbows, okay? Make sure they're using their hands and not this right here, okay? Make sure their eyes and hands are hitting and seeing the same thing, okay? Muhammad Ali always said, your hands can't hear what your eyes can't see, okay? Pump that in their brains. Because so many times where they're engaged, they're here, looking in the backfield. Meanwhile, there's somebody right in front of them trying to kick their ass. So eyes are everything. A lot of kids get messed up. A lot of kids get messed up because first thing they're thinking about is sacks. Get the quarterback. Meanwhile, there's a whole thing going on right in front of you that you got to beat to get there. Okay? So eyes are everything. Another thing I like doing to make sure their hands are right is using this ball right here. Okay? Who's going to volunteer? Anybody? There we go.
Yeah.
So all I want you to do, your offensive lineman, is open up just like that. Okay? Yeah, just open up, boom, just like that. I like to do this drill right here. I'm here. So go. You see my hands? They're right here. Okay? And that's how I'm going to play also. It's right here. So I like using this ball because it's a smaller target, but when I'm playing, I'm working this smaller target right here anyway. So it's just muscle memory. So I'm here, set, go, right there, locking out, okay? Good, thank you. Any questions there or anything? Please ask questions. We're good. Okay, let's talk about double teams. How do you get a double team? Anybody know?
Yeah, be small.
Huh?
Small.
Get small?
Yep.
Yep. The biggest thing, guys think double team, they think gotta take two. You don't. Okay? You focus on the inside guy, the other guy, he gets your hip. That's it. I've seen so many times where kids get double team, and they think they He-Man, trying to attack two, right? End up getting driven back. So the first thing to do to stop a double team, number one, have a great get off. That stops it right there, okay? And once you feel pressure, fight pressure, okay? And make sure they're focused on tackling one guy only. So here's a drill that I like doing right here. Go back, please, somebody.
That's you, Mark.
Thank you,
That was your job. That was your job.
so in their stance. You're here, you get off the ball, right there. Again, right there. And the biggest thing they're doing this drill, fellas, is make sure to keep a base. A lot of times when they're here, they go here, okay? So what you can do, again, guys, I love D-line play. I'm passionate about this. So whenever you guys want me to come out, hit me up. I'll be there. So, you gotta hold it back, please. No. So in this drill right here, fellas, once I'm engaged, then you come and try to knock me off, and fight back. Okay? Rep it over and over again. But they need to know, only attack one, only focus on one guy. Okay? And when you get off the ball, you're playing a shade, always looking to the inside of you. There's so many times where they're running zone to the right, go to the right. I see kids fighting back. Like, why? Ball's going that way. You know what I'm saying? So they need to know and understand gap discipline and doing their job. A lot of kids, they don't want to do too many jobs. D-line is the easiest fucking position in the field. You got one gap, you got one job. But again, kids mess up because they try to do too much. Okay? So they throws away, make sure their eyes are here. Okay? Throws coming this way, make sure their eyes are here. And that, again, a lot of kids want to get caught up in looking in the backfield. Okay? Any questions on run at all? No question at all?
Stance.
Stance? Good. What I like teaching kids, if I'm in the right hand, you're good, coach. I'm in the right handed stance, put my right foot right in the middle of my left foot. I'm coming straight out, and I'm here, elbows to knees, and I'm falling forward, okay? I don't like this shit right here. Elbow, this to me, this is lazy, okay? I want both of my hands ready, so when I make contact, they're coming together. And it's the same thing, it goes back to this move right here, when you're here. Okay, I'm not teaching you like this. Okay, I'm trying to be fast. So that's the best thing to do. So you want to be more square right here. Now if it's a pass rush situation, my stance is different. My ass is in the air, I'm running a 40-yard dash. But if it's a run, I'm here and it's hanging right there. Okay? My eyes are where?
Shoulder.
Key in that shoulder. I'm telling you, coach, just drill the shit out of key in the shoulder. It's gonna make a difference. Any other questions or anything?
Coach, what about that drill you do where you have the three guys and they go in and they have to read it? You have two offensive linemen, three offensive linemen?
Yeah, okay. One the other thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get three volunteers, please? So, actually, one more, please. One more. So tackle, guard, center, backside guard. So I want you guys just to run zone right. Take 4 steps that way. Set, go. A lot of kids do this right here. Okay? Why? Because everything goes away and you see the quarterback. And what they got to do right here, when flow goes away, set, go. You're here, you got to squeeze and stay square. Okay? Always tell kids, offensive coordinators will always watch the defensive end. If flow goes away, so go, and you're doing this right here, okay? You hit with the read option, reverse because you're hauling ass. So make sure when flow goes away, they're staying square until that ball is gone. Once they know it's gone, then you hit it. Okay?
Coach, when you're square, are we still trying to get depth or are we still staying? We're staying.
No, because if I get depth and everything, it's called a shovel pass.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay? So that's a big thing. That eyes are everything. Okay? Staying square, eyes inside. Okay? If they're coming at me now, say here, I'm holding my gap. Can you come, coach? Holding my gap, the shoulder is free. You don't want to be like this. You can't catch them. Right here, hold your gap, okay? Another thing is run power. So you guys are gonna block down, you're gonna pull. This all the time. Don't kick me out. Ready to go? Here. That's another reason why. They block down, stand square, eyes inside. Once they see that guard coming, come to blow them up. I don't know if you guys teach wrong shoulder or just pin it inside, it's up to you. Okay? But they have to make sure that they're disciplined on that stuff. Especially at this level, especially high school level. Because they're getting so hungry about that quarterback that in the backfield. Okay? Thanks, coach. Anything else on the run?
Do you have a guard code when you're coming up? Say I'm the guard, I'm flipping.
Yeah, but then you go to my backer. Right? So when you're doing that move, so you're the guard, I'm the running back, I'm following you. Oh shoot, that defensive end's there. Oh, I gotta bounce now. Oh shoot, linebacker, tackle. Okay? But if I try to just dodge you, you're going to my linebacker, and running back is gone. So my job is to blow you up. So you're coming, So, right there. My job is to come here and blow you up. That's why you can't use my backer. and I'm taking away this inside hole that running back's trying to run to. I'm trying to make them balanced. Okay? But there's some coaches out there, and both techniques work. Depends on how you guys play it. Some coaches want you to box it in. Now you got the inside, the back has inside. So it really depends on how the coach is coaching how to play the defense.
By the way, gentlemen, if your guy runs up the field a lot, we'll teach the guard just to leave him alone here.
Yeah.
Just go.
Another
I was gonna say, I understand the 4-point stance, but at like 7, we can only be in 2. What would you think would be the best way to get them in a good 2-point stance for a run?
Inside or outside?
Right there?
Yeah, just bend down.
Just bend down?
Ain't no difference.
For run too though, keep stacking?
Yeah, right here, okay?
All right.
So here's the thing that I've seen a lot. There's a reason why, there's a reason why in the NFL, that back leg is back when they're playing outside the defensive end. You guys know why?
Power up the line.
All they do is run pass. Right? High school, little league, high school, college, you play run first. NFL, they play pass first. So I can't play run first if my back leg is back. Because I'm coming here, he's going down. Oh shit. Okay? So in high school and college and everything, and Pop Warner, you gotta play run first. That's why this leg is back. You guys got me?
Gotcha.
And it makes sense because, and if you know it's a pass, yeah, it's fine to put your outside leg back. Because all backs are forced to do what? Go up the field. Okay, so kids got to know that. They don't look at JJ Watt, oh, his back leg is back. I'll do that. No, they play a different game. They were playing pass first. Perfect example. I was training this guy, Brandon Copeland, played for a bunch of teams in the NFL, and also he's a professor at MIT, real smart dude. And while I was training him, I was training him the college way, as far as doing a drill called, what's it called? Forget the drill, anyway, a redirect drill. So in a redirect drill, you're here, and you're running this way or that way. How they teach in the pros, your first 3 steps off the field, then you redirect. And the reason why is because they play pass first. You guys got that? So the redirect drill, I need 2 guys, please. One more. It's another good drill right here. So you guys are playing defense, I'm the coach right now. Okay, you're in 3-point stance, okay? You're gonna get off the ball. By the time your second foot hits the ground, we'll point that way or that way, okay? Yeah. Let's just walk through it. Set, go. Go flat. Okay, that's a good drill to do. The reason why, you don't want your guys getting used to find the field. So they're here, we're going left, we're going right, okay? How they teach in the pros, they take 3 steps, then if it's a run, then they come back down. The reason why, again, because they play pass first. Okay, so thanks, coaches. Any other questions? Any other questions? You good? Let's see, you gotta go over. Again, making sure when it flows away, they're staying square, okay? They need to understand that they're constantly being read, okay? Because for example, a read option, that quarterback gives the ball away when he sees what? If he sees that end turn his shoulders, okay? Excuse me, the end, his shoulders are square, he gives it away. If the end turns his shoulders, he keeps it running outside of it. So make sure your ends know to stay square, okay? Again, as far as stances and everything, closest hand to the ball goes down. Closest foot to the ball goes down. Okay. All right, so a little something you gotta continue to harp on. Anything else, coaches? You guys see any more?
What are some of the biggest challenges you guys face with your D lineman?
Stand up.
Yeah, standing straight up.
Okay. It's tough right now because I know you guys probably can't afford shoots and everything. So the biggest thing to do is grab a pad like this, and have a coach hold up both pads, and have them do get-offs under here, just like that. Okay. Then get to a point where they're doing one-on-one blocking under here. Okay. And the reason why they stand up because what? They're trying to see what's going on. Okay, so get them to make sure they know that you got to feed the man in front of you first, get to the backfield. Any other challenges out there?
Well, my guys, we struggle with just shooting the hands up, but he already went over that.
Yeah. And like I said, just rep it over it. I don't care if they get tired and bored of it. Okay? They ain't pros yet. Okay? Rep it over and over again. So as far as a practice routine, what I do, first thing I do is get offs. Okay? The second thing I do is picket fence. That's the one where they're in front of you. They block down, you squeeze, you come at you, you hold your block, okay? Make sure the key in the eyes. The second drill, the third drill I do is redirect, okay? After we do that drill, then I get into pass rush. I like to start with run first, but you want to get them used to playing run first, okay? So pass rush drills and everything, I'll have 4 of these bags lined up, right here. So let's say there's 4 out there, okay? So I'm here, making sure I feel my hips. Boom, those hips, getting around, okay? And make sure if you guys do have bags, make sure they ain't soft when they hitting it. Okay? I face it every week in my training. Sometimes they hit it hard, sometimes they hit it soft. Okay? Call them out on that shit, send them back. And make sure they know every time they hit that bag, it was bad intentions. Okay? So you got your club grip right here, then arm over. Okay? A lot of kids will do this shit right here. That's the worst thing you can do. Right here. Because you're what? Exposing your ribs. You're gonna eat ribs for dinner, dry rub, okay? So on this move right here, fellas, when I do my rip, it's tight. Excuse me, not my rip, arm over, it's tight. It's right here. I'm not exposing this right here. So when I do it, just like that, okay? So have them keep their elbows tucked to their side. And it just rotates. Boom. Flipping those hips. Boom. Okay? So your job as coaches at Pop Warner level is to get them prepared for high school. Okay? I didn't play football until I was a freshman. I ain't no shit. I was a basketball player. And all I do is I played high, and if you ran that way, I would just run you down. Okay? I didn't understand football until like my middle of my junior year. And a lot of reasons because I didn't play until I was in high school. So make sure these kids are technically sound and they understand why. Why? I'm telling you, it's gonna make them a better player. And the fact that they might not be able to perform a lot of these moves right now, but the fact that they heard it is gonna stick with them. When I became a coach, everything the offensive line coach used to say, I heard it again when I saw it. Everything the D-line coaches tell me, it came back to me. Because I saw it already. So please give these guys the most knowledge you can. If you guys got social media, there are so many coaches out there that are D-line specialists that post things. Look at that shit. I had the opportunity to work with Chuck Smith, he played for the Falcons back in the day. I learned a lot from him, you know? His thing is having great vision, having great get off, and coming off nasty. So you learn a lot from different coaches and everything, you know. I'm not the best. I strive to be. I continue to learn. I've been coaching for 14 years now, and I'm still learning. I played at a high level, and I'm still learning. Okay, there's so much to do, and the game evolves, you know. I used to watch Aaron Donald the past couple of years, and I hated the move that he did, cross chop. Shit worked. So I studied it. I'm like, dang, how does this move work? Because it puts you in such a bad position. You guys know what he does? He's here. Look at that. I'm here. And I'm thinking, man, you leaving your feet? What if he punches you? Okay, but the reason why that's successful because how he sets it up.
300 pounds.
Huh?
It's like 300 pounds, right?
Yeah. How he sets it up. Man, how does that move work? You're literally leaping. But he gets him to sit down. He has him so scared of his speed and power that it works. This is his move right here. He's here. Cross chop. Boom. That's his move. Oh, man. And for years, I didn't teach it. I didn't want to teach because I'm like, you're jumping in the air. Good offense line is going to punch you and you're falling. But the dude's successful. So I look, because I had kids that asked me, hey, coach, how can you teach this? I was like, I don't believe in it. But it should work for a pro. well, okay, I gotta believe in this shit. So I literally study his pass rush, and it's a setup move. Okay, you just can't go out there and just do it. And when it's done, a lot of guys are doing it now too. It's a beautiful move, but you gotta know how to set it up. Again, the spin move, it's a beautiful move, but you have to know how to set it up. A lot of coaches don't want kids to do it because when they do it, they look fucked up. It's all ugly, right? They're spinning like this, and they're stuck here and falling. You just gotta know how to do it, okay? So that's for me on not giving up on learning how to be a coach still. Okay, learn. These guys do these moves for a reason. Okay, dissect that shit, learn how to set it up, learn how to perform it so you can coach it. Okay? Any other questions?
Hey, Coach, what about that drill you do on the ball with, on the wall?
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, I can be for
Yeah,
hours.
I do watch my competition there all the time in practice.
Yeah.
Gotta learn.
What kind of walls do we have here? Right, so what I have to do here, and since you guys are gonna be outdoors, use a goalpost instead. And I use this ball because I want the kids to hurt their hands. So the focus is making sure they're here, right there. Boom. Belly button on the wall. You want to see this movement right here. So what I have to do is here, just like that. And again, watch my hands. That's how you want to play. I'm never coming back here. And again, you want to work this over and over again so they develop muscle memory when they know my hands on the ground, I'm coming straight up. I'm not coming here, which a lot of kids do. This drill's here, boom, just like that. Okay, now let's say it's the goalpost outside. Do the same thing here, okay? Then what you do is have them look right or left. So you hear, right, peek, okay? Left, peek, okay? They want to make sure they can have balance and power here, but also let the running back know, hey, I'm in this gap right here. Okay? Don't come here. Okay? That's a good drill. Another one is going for 2-point stance. Same thing. The main focus is what? Hips. 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 Preach it. Another one that I have to do is helps with double teams. You hear? And what? Look at my feet. Keeping the base the entire time. You don't want them coming here. If you get caught here, fuck. All right? Anything else? Again, teach speed, teach mentality, and also, like Coach said earlier, I'm still benefiting from football. I've been playing since 2008. I'm still benefiting from football because I had an amazing coach, Coach Carroll, who taught us to fucking compete. And to this day, I still compete. And his thing was win forever. He has a book out. It's called Win Forever. I suggest you guys to read that book. It's life-changing. And you want to make sure these kids learn something that they can take on to when they're in college, when they become young men, and also when they become husbands someday. Okay? These kids gotta know how to sacrifice for others, and not just themselves. That you also can become a better man. Like Coach said, you can become a better man by being a football player. This is why I think I play a lot of sports too. All the life lessons I learned from football. You know what I mean? Every time life kicks my ass today, I think back when I got my ass kicked a bunch of years ago, and I got used to getting back up. You know, I had Coach Orton. I don't know if you guys know who he is or what he's about. Okay, he don't fuck around. And if we weren't going 110%, he was in our ass. I got called a motherfucking pussy in front of my mom in practice. You know what I mean? And every time I see him, how's your mama doing? You know what I mean? That's just how he is, you know? So again, man, just continue to teach life lessons and the sacrifice. And being an offensive lineman, we don't get the glory. Sometimes being a dad, we don't get the glory. You know what I mean? But they look back on it, they're gonna say thank you someday, okay? So again, teach life lessons and everything. Accountability, you know, doing things for others. All this stuff that's gonna make them a